Wow, such a big world out there for scholarships. You know, it's so important. And I need to look for one. Hey. Well, you know, FYI, 2 of our people in the crew actually has scholarships to study abroad in Australia and in the US. Guys, do you think the US is a good studying place for scholarships? What about the UK? Yeah, you guys are pro-UK. This is called the Ielts show, no wonder. Well, anyways, I think today we have a guest that's going to really help me and help everyone that's watching to find scholarship, because he's been very successful in getting some of the most prestigious scholarships out there. So let's find out who he is right now. Hey, I got Minh to come to the studio, so let's see what he has to say about scholarship. He's a very interesting person, so I'm excited to hear what he has to say. Thanks so much for agreeing to come into the studio.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Yeah. How is Hanoi weather like for you these days?
Actually, very good weather, actually. People told me it's hot, but it's not too bad. I came back to town yesterday, and I love it. It's not too hot.
So why is your name Minh? I know you've had this question asked many times before, but I'm going to ask it again.
Sure. So you know, my last name is Bui.
Yes.
So it starts with the letter B, and then I just adopt the name Beta because in softwares when they develop different versions, there's always this beta version, which is like the most updated one, but also something that is not 100% there. So I like that, and I adopted that for myself because I want to remind myself and other people in my company that whatever we do, it would never be 100% there. We can always try to improve ourselves a little bit more and more, and that's why I like it.
Okay, so you're not 100% perfect.
Yeah, no one is.
You went to a school full of alphas. How was that experience like for you?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I think Harvard is full of people with a lot of big dreams, a lot of inspirations, and I got inspired just by being with them. I love my time there, and I never regret choosing to go there.
So, since the topic of the talk today is a little bit about scholarships,
yes,
can you tell us your journey towards that scholarship?
Well, so it started when I finished high school in Hanoi. I went to Hanoi, Amsterdam, and then when I finished, I wanted to go overseas to study. My mom actually helps me to find out information about a scholarship program called OZ. So it's like the Australian Development Scholarships.
Yeah.
And I didn't know a lot about the process of applying for a scholarship back then, but I talked to my English teachers, and they helped me to go through every steps, and I was very lucky because I got the scholarship, and it did open many doors for the next steps of my career. So I finished university in Australia. I came to Singapore to work for 2 years. Came back to Vietnam, started my own business, and after like 2 years I decided that it's time for me to go overseas again, and then I applied for the Fulbright scholarship.
Yeah.
Very luckily I got it. Actually I didn't get it the first time. I don't know why, but they rejected my application the first time, but it's alright, I can always try again. So I try again next year, and I got the Fulbright scholarship, and I also got into Harvard, and it's my dream school. I think I work really hard for it, but there's also an element of luck. I'm glad that I've been through that journey, and being here today with you and share about my experience. So whatever you have to ask, feel free.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the applications process, because we do know that the scholarships application process is extremely tedious and extremely arduous.
Talk about Fulbright because this is more recent application that I put together. I think the first time I applied for Fulbright, I didn't get it because I didn't prepare for it carefully enough. So I seriously think that once you want something really badly, you have to put your soul and mind into it and really work hard to get it. The Fulbright application, you have to do a lot of things. You have to prepare your resume, you have to write like essays, you have to get recommendation letters, you have to take the English test. So you have to pull all those information together, and they have to be coherent, they have to be consistent. You have to really think about the different components and really present them together to reflect who you are as a person, and what are your dreams and your inspiration, and what do you plan to do not only during the program but also once you get back to Vietnam, and what are you going to do? What are your dreams and hopes? So my experience is that if you don't really focus on it and make it really interesting and strong enough, you will not get it, because there's so many people competing for a limited number of scholarship.
So you now, when you were Minh Beta now.
Yes, now,
and,
yes.
and Minh Beta, when he was applying for a scholarship,
Yeah.
How are the two people different?
Well, I grow older. For sure, I have wrinkles now.
Where is it?
There's a lot of them.
I only see it when you
but
smile.
The camera doesn't really zoom in close enough. But
Good lights, good lights.
Kidding, just kidding. But I think I became calmer, more compassionate with other people around me, and also with myself. I think I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to be able to achieve a lot of things and set very high standards for myself, and I would be angry at myself if I didn't get something done properly enough. As I grow older, I see life more as a journey, not as a destination, and I enjoy everything that I do and just enjoy every minute of it, and not stressing so much about what can I do or if I could have done anything in a different way. It's more about enjoying it and reflecting on it and try to enjoy it more going forward.
Yeah, I think it's really important, to enjoy the process. Even when we're studying for the Ielts, we're studying for English.
Exactly.
A lot of the times it can be very, very frustrating.
Yes.
Because we're not at the place where we want to be, where we aim to be.
Sure.
But I think it's that moment in time where we have to look back and it's like, hey, how can I enjoy this?
Yeah.
And I got to have compassion for myself, compassion for my journey.
That's the point.
Yeah, and compassion for the people that actually helped me.
Yes.
Right now in my journey, and not fail them by just being completely irritated.
Sure.
With the.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I think about the time that I spent to learn IELTS before I went to Australia. 3 or 4 months, I really stressed out about how could I get to that mark. When I got the scholarship to go to Australia, I think my IELTS was only 4.5. I took the test and it was 4.5, and I have to get to 6.5 in 6 months to go to Australia. And I think in the first 3 to 4 months, I really stressed out and tried to squeeze in as much information as possible. But I think my English teacher really helps me out by telling me that you should enjoy the process. I try not to be too stressful about it, and I spend more time watching sitcoms, television shows in English. And I enjoy it, and somehow it happens in a way that I get to absorb a lot more information just by being positive about the whole experience.
Absolutely. So thanks so much for the amazing talk.
That was fun.
Yeah, and we're going to go to a next fun section, and I hope you like it as well.
All right.
It's called the Ielts Marathon. Just a series of games that are very simple, very short.
Okay.
But some of them are quite physically
very
interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have to run or what?
So let's move on over.
Yes,
you might have to run.
This is the Ielts Marathon. With the first challenge, you have to look for 3 items: the passports, the key, the confirmation letter. After that, you have to be ready for a perfect photo shoot. Then perfect fingerprints. Moving on, series of challenges will be ready for you at the monitor. And the last and surely the hardest one, you will have to hide away from the spotlight, collecting 6 characters, then form a word. The Ielts Marathon is ready right now.
Welcome back to the Tam Ielts studio, and this is the Tam Ielts Marathon Challenge. And right here we have our contender today. Minh Beta, what would you like to say before you start the challenge?
I don't know. Let me try my best.
All right. Okay, guys. This is the Tam Ielts Marathon Challenge, and we will start with the devil space, your beloved devil space. First of all, you have to close your eyes. Close it. Don't open. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes.
So, do I have to find something here?
You gotta find 3 items: the key, the passport, as well as the registration letter. Sometimes you gotta dig deep. And sometimes you need to make a mess. You found one!
Oh my God, I missed the whole table.
What do you normally do when you cannot find something in your house?
I do this, exactly what I'm doing. This is a passport.
Ooh, okay, that's easy. Last one, the keys. The keys might be a little bit tricky because they are small, they can be hidden.
Oh my God, must be here.
Is it there? I wonder. There
Got
you
it.
go. You got all 3 items.
All right.
The next challenge is basically the photo shoot challenge.
All right.
The task. Now he's putting the jacket on the fingerprint. The correct picture is when you're in the middle of the frame. We see your upper body, your full face, and you are not slanted. All right, that's the perfect picture. You're on to the next challenge, the fingerprint challenge.
Okay.
Just a quick question. Do you like to smile in photos or not smile in photos?
I do like to be smiling in the photos.
Smiling in photos. Okay.
So,
10 fingers printed.
it's more industrial this way. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, make sure
Done.
to wipe them dry.
okay. What's
And
the
you're
next
off
one?
to the headphone challenge. You're gonna hear some cues and answer some questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, headphone challenge. Can we have the sounds, please?
You will hear the head of a centre which offers evening classes for adults. She is explaining some recent changes which have been made to the centre.
Hello. As some of you know, I'm Elaine Marriott, the head of the college's Learning Resource Centre. We've invited all of you taking evening classes and leisure activities to come and see the changes we've made to the centre in the last month. One major change we've made here on the ground floor is to the layout, as you can see from looking around you. I'm sure you'll recognise the desk. That's still in the same place, as it has to be just inside the door. But you'll see that there are now periodicals on the shelves in the corner behind the desk. We've brought them nearer the entrance because so many people like to come in just to read magazines. We now stock a far wider range of periodicals than we used to, so we've decided to separate them from newspapers. This means the newspapers are now just the other side of the stairs, near the study area.
So C is matching with number 2, newspapers.
Newspapers. Now is C newspapers? You're absolutely correct. You're on to the next one. All right, now is the synonyms game.
So chart could be replaced by data.
Okay, the data below.
Annual could be replaced by yearly. Films could be replaced by movies.
Movies. Is this correct? Why is this so easy for Minh Beta? All right, you're on to the next challenge, the pronunciation challenge. You're going to read that paragraph. You need to get one sentence full correct, all right?
The cost of college tuition has increased 1,120% in the past 30 years. With the cost of college continuing to skyrocket, many students will no longer be able to pay for school. College scholarships are a great way to pay for college without taking on any debt. With planning, research, and careful preparation, you may be able to get scholarships to pay for part or all of your education.
100% correct. All right, please step up here.
Next one?
Yes, for your final
Do I still have to
challenge.
keep this one on?
No, you don't have to. You
Okay.
can take it off.
All right.
And you can still keep the mask on your knee if you want.
No, it's all right.
Okay, now you keep it on your elbow.
So what now?
Okay, so the final challenge is called the sneak of shame.
Sounds interesting.
There's going to be light, there's going to be shadow. Your only task is to get your shadows out of the light.
Okay.
and pick up letters on the ground
Okay.
and to form a word with those letters.
Mm-hmm.
Simple enough?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay, so may we have the lights off for the sneak of shame. Now is the sneak of shame.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
What do you think of the name?
It's funny.
So if you look around, you're going to see some letters on the floor.
Okay.
Your job is to pick up those letters,
All right.
but it's not that simple. You have to maneuver through lights of lights,
Wow.
but then you cannot get your shadows in those lights, okay? Your
Not
hand-
even my shadow?
Not even your shadow. You got to protect
Oh,
your shadow.
this
Now
is
your
hard.
body can be in the light, but not your shadow.
Oh, so my body can be. All right, okay.
Yeah?
Interesting.
All right, can we have the lights off, please?
So this is like my shadow is in it, right? Like,
Correct.
I cannot be. Okay, so that. This
That
is
your
hard.
shadow's in it.
So do we
So
start
make
now?
use of their movement. And he's sneaking through the edge. What is your tactic this time, Minh Beta? Oh,
I don't know what I'm doing actually. Just
oh, your
Was it-
shadow's in the light.
was it? Wow, this is hard. Okay.
All right, go. And he snatches for the third. Sneaks through the edges. He scores for another one. He only has two left. What will he do? And he moves, and he moves, and he got another one. One more to go. The last one.
I got it.
A little bit of a trip there at the end, but you
It's
got
all right,
your
it's
final
all right.
letters. Let me hold these letters for. Oh my gosh, you have scratches. Is that because of the game?
No, no,
Okay.
no. So A K
Okay.
R.
We have B-M-R-E, K, and A. What letter can this be? What letter can this be?
There's too many.
What if I tell you the end? K is really the end,
Mm-hmm.
and
And then it has to be A before K.
it's not A before K.
No.
There is actually a consonant before K. What if I tell you it's an R
R.
before K?
Yeah, it has to be R. So it has to be an A then, right?
Yes. Mabark. Oh, you're so close. So close. So close. Hot, hot, hot.
Be Mark.
B mark.
Is that even a
So
word?
close. So close. So close. Oh my gosh.
Well, these two cannot be together, so E has to be here. And then there's only two options.
Oh, you are so
Be
close.
bark or embark.
Yes.
This is hard. Embark on a journey.
Yes, embark
Alright.
on a journey.
Yeah.
What's your most memorable embarkation journey that you can remember?
The first time I went to Australia. First time I went overseas.
And now, are you a traveler? Are you a big traveler?
I travel a lot now. I think I travel overseas like close to 10 times a year usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, when we talk about traveling and when we talk about embarking on a new journey with our scholarships and our education, of course we would always have to come back to our country, to our families in Vietnam.
Yeah.
How dear is Vietnam to your heart?
Of course, I wrote the song Vietnam ơi, so
Yeah,
it's very, very close to my heart.
of course. And I would love to hear that song if you can let me hear it.
Oh, okay, of course, yeah. I
Okay.
will be happy to sing the song here.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, the stage is yours.
Thank you.
Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi. Bước giữa nắng tràn đường phố nơi tôi ở từ thơ bé đã quen. Giữa đất nước này niềm tin luôn căng tràn, đừng lo lắng, cười lên và gió qua tàn mây cây, hòa trong tiếng tre thơ đùa vui cười và nắng Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam hết, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi. Và gió qua tàn cây hòa trong tiếng tre thơ đùa vui cười và nắng trên lá sen ngày xanh tươi sáng Việt Nam hết. Từ nơi đồng xanh thơm hương lúa về nơi nhà cao xe giang phố hòa một niềm tin gieo cài từ nơi đảo xa mênh mông sóng về nơi đồi cao bay mây trắng một vòng tay nối trọn Việt Nam. Bao la đất trời quê hương xanh ngời xe tay đón nắng mai cười trong má. Bao nhiêu con người chung tay xây đời niềm tin nơi một Việt Nam sáng tươi. Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam hết, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi. Sóng thơm hương lúa về nơi nhà cao xe giang phố hòa một niềm tin gieo từ nơi đảo xa mênh mông sông về nơi đồi cao bay mây trắng một vòng tay nối trọn Việt Nam. Bao la đất trời quê hương xanh ngời xe tay đón nắng mai cười trong má. Bao nhiêu con người chung tay xây đời niềm tin nơi một Việt Nam sáng tươi. Việt Nam hết, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam hết, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, tự hào hát mãi lên Việt Nam ơi.
Oh my God! You did such a great job. Great song. Great song.
Thank you.
All right. What's your favorite phrase in the song?
The favorite phrases.
Oh, I can't breathe.
I have so many of them. I wrote them all. So I think the one is like bao nhiêu con người chung tay xây đời, niềm tin nơi một Việt Nam sáng tươi. That's my favorite because it's just, you know, like empowering. I think so.
Very empowering.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that I got a chance to talk to you
Yeah.
today because I realized that, you know, you're a ball of empowerment and a ball of
Thank you. That's very sweet of you.
optimism, which I totally love.
Oh,
Yeah.
very kind of you. Thank you.
So in
Glad to be
English,
here. Yeah.
what is one of your favorite slogans or quotations or idioms?
I have, you know, one favorite quotation that I actually put it on my Facebook. The saying goes, there's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
So it's the thought that matters, huh?
Exactly.
The thought that
You
determines.
have to stay positive.
Absolutely. It's a thought that determines whether something is good or bad and determines whether you're happy
Yeah.
or not happy.
Yep, yep.
Thanks so much for those amazing words.
Thank you.
And we're going on to our next section, which is the Idioms of the Week section. And
Exciting.
of course, this Idioms of the Week section, you might be able to find your favorite idiom.
Oh.
So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and Minh will say goodbye to us, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
See ya.
Take care.
Idiom of this week. To beard the lion in his den. If you visit someone important in the place where they work in order to challenge him, her, or obtain something, you beard the lion in his den. Next on Time Ielts, let's welcome our hot boy Denis Đặng and his first time ever challenge himself with real-time speaking test. We will soon know will he do great with his performance or not. And here comes our IELTS expert, Oliver Holmes. He's ready with jars of useful tips for your IELTS exam. And also writing tips, voice of the week, and so much more interesting things await next on Time Ielts. You can't miss it.
Hey, you're back with us in the studio, and I'm so glad that you're you stayed on with the show until this point in time. You know, we have a lot of interesting things for you. We have, you know, celebrities doing the Ielts coming up next. We also have the tips section coming up next. We also have the Voice of the Week section, one of your favorite sections coming up next. So stay tuned because we're going to venture into one of the most attractive and one of the most useful sections of Damn Ielts. And of course, to help me with that usefulness, you know, we always have the experts in the studio to help you answer some of the most pressing questions and also to comment on some of your performances. So let's welcome once again, Oliver.
Thank you very much. Good to be back.
Yeah, thanks for being back. All right, so today we have a very, very famous person. He's quite young. He's also going to embark on his university studies soon, but he's been one of the popular stylists for a lot of the celebs right here in Vietnam. So let's take a look at his performance, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, Denis, Đặng, let's see what you got.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Could you tell me your name, please?
Yes, my name Đặng here, and here's my ID card.
Thank you. Okay, that's fine. Can you tell me, what kind of things do you do in your free time?
Like you know, I'm art director of a fashionable brand. So in my free time, I just do my work because the free time inspired me, make me more creative and make me do more product for my boss.
What is it about them that you enjoy particularly?
Yeah, like I said before, that the free time to make me more creative. The graphic designer, photographer, or art director just need the freedom. The freedom make me more creative and just feel like, oh, I'm not doing the work, I just play with my passion, you know? Yeah. Thank you.
Here's some paper and a pen for making notes. And I'd like you to describe a traditional meal in your country. You have 1 minute to take notes. Okay, that's 1 minute up.
Yeah.
Can you start speaking now, please?
Yeah. Of all the Vietnamese traditional food that I have ever enjoyed all of my life, the one that I love the most is the final meal. They have a variety of reasons in support my interest in that meal. You know, in our country, final meal usually prepared it at the end of lunar years. And final meal, we can creating the favorable condition to my family member together and enjoy delicious dishes. In that meal, we have a tendency to make preparation for several popular traditional food such as spring roll, chicken, vegetable soup, or chung cakes, just something like that. I think with some extended in that occasion, we can bridging the gap between generations, strengthen relationship among us. In addition to food preparations, we also do whitewashing altar to worship to our ancestor, you know. And I could say that play an important role in educating younger generation to make them gain more deeper understanding about previous generator and their sacrifice. And you know, many people told me that I'm too old for my generation. Do you know that? Because maybe the gray hair. No, maybe I think it's my thinking, because I always have the one thinking in my mind that it look like in the future when I get married, when I give birth for my children, I will maintain the previous occasion and make my children learn how to keep the previous generation occasion. Yeah, I think so.
What foods do you consider are good for you?
Every food is always good for me. But if you eat enough, or you need, because the body, a human body just need a one band that you think is okay for your body. If you over that band, the food will influence. Will have bad influence for you.
Why do you think people eat things that are bad for them?
Have many reasons, but one reason I think the first maybe is looks delicious. The second reasons maybe they think it's good for them, but it's not. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's the end of the speaking test.
Yeah, thank you so much.
He has gray hair, but I love the gray hair colors.
I have grey hair, so I understand how he feels.
It's amazing. You both have amazing hair colors.
He's much more handsome than me, though. I'm jealous, I've got to say.
So what do you think about that performance?
Yeah, it was good. I like the way that he keeps on speaking all the time. His fluency level is pretty good. He uses a variety of what we call discourse markers to introduce his ideas, although some of them I'd be a bit more careful with, like he does say like you know or as you know, but usually if you haven't met the examiner or you haven't met a person, you should say as you might know, as you may know, because possibly they don't. So yeah, I liked his fluency. In terms of his lexical resource, generally good. I mean, he can talk about every single question that's asked of him. He does make a few mistakes in there, and I don't hear many idioms. But generally, I mean, yeah, I like the way that he uses his vocabulary to talk about every topic. In terms of his grammar, he uses a really wide range of grammatical structures like relative clauses and conditionals, but he does make lots of little mistakes with them, and I think that is something that I'd recommend that he focused on if he was going to do the exam. I would recommend that he actually maybe writes out some of his sentences beforehand and maybe slows down his speech in order to perfect the sentences, because they're quite common mistakes in grammatical construction.
Some great tips. All right, so let's see what he thinks about his performance, shall we? Okay, so Denis, how do you think about your performance?
I think it's not well enough because I got many mistakes in my grammar or accent. So but I think if I don't have any prepare for the exam, I do that. It's okay. I can accept it.
What can you do to improve, in your opinion?
I think the best thing I can do is that I have prepared carefully and can spend all the time to take my grammar and learn more vocabulary to speaking fluently.
What's your opinion on pronunciation after Denis Dang's performance?
But actually, just in terms of what he said about his performance, he is aware of his weaknesses in terms of building up the vocabulary and the grammar. So I think he's completely right there. There was just a little note in terms of the pronunciation. He did mispronounce quite a few words there. For example, I won't give the mistakes, but I'll say the correct pronunciation: chicken, vegetables, comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's some really good tips. So when we talk about, education and we talk about scholarships, what are some of the idioms that we can use?
Some of the idioms regarding education are things like to keep your nose to the grindstone. It means you're working really hard. To brush up on something. I'm brushing up on my English skills. Means to practice them. Also maybe to rack your brains. I'm racking my brains trying to think of a word. It means I'm trying very hard to think of something. And also, if you ever are a bit absent-minded in class, you could say sometimes things go in one ear and out the other, meaning you hear something and then you forget it instantly.
Yeah, thank you so much. And of course, we're going to go on to the next section and we're going to be talking about the writing tips, okay? So let's take a look at what the writing tips are. So guys, your favorite section, it's the writing tips in the tips, and tips section. Don't go away, stay glued to your screen. Okay, so Oliver, what can we say about the writing task number 1 in terms of processes?
I think all task ones follow the same basic process. You have to analyze the question, divide the picture or the pie charts or whatever into paragraphs, and then choose the most significant points to discuss. The only thing that I would really stress for candidates is that they focus on the overview for a process. And a good, clear overview for a process should include the number of main stages or steps, and also the point of the process. What is the process there for? A quick note on the grammar. If it's a process, then you will be using the active or the passive forms. So if it's a manufacturing process, you would say things like, the phone is manufactured, then packed and processed and delivered to the stores. So to be, verbed, and verbed. In terms of an active process, if we're talking about, for example, weather, then we might say the rain falls and the plants grow as they absorb sunlight. So
now, when should they pick an active or a passive stance in terms of their writing?
All depending on whether it's a human process where we have a person making it, but we don't want to focus on the person. So by using the passive, we focus on the action and not the person.
Absolutely.
And in terms of natural processes, then we would always use the active, because the subject of the sentence is important. The rain is important. We need to know that subject.
We're going to go to the next section, and this week we have Quốc Trung Đỗ. Quốc Trung Đỗ, if you're there, we're going to be listening to your passionate delivery of the English language. So shall we take a look?
Let's do it.
All right.
Hi there, I'm Trung. I'm turning 26 this year, and today I'm going to tell you a story of myself about communicating in a foreign language for my very first time. Well, still now, I feel pretty ashamed whenever mentioning it. Well, that's supposed to be my wonderful day, because I made my dream come true. I went to the UK to study. I just wanted to test my English speaking skill, where in the country where the language was born. You know, so I stepped into a grocery store. I browsed around. I just wanted to buy something. So I found a magazine which looked really attractive. So I just wanted to ask how much it was. But the things happened when my eyes clashed with the cashiers. Well, I was frozen. All the words that I prepared in my head just disappeared. Well, I told myself to blink away, and then I just do it one more time. Well, I did. But sadly, I couldn't make it. I was frozen again. Well, at that time, I was really disappointed of myself. It was really shameful, because I studied all the way to come to the UK. I had been upset for about 1 week before I decided to, move forward. I have to move on. Well, so that kind of accident was one of my many reasons, that I take as my motivation to improve English.
And what do you think about his performance?
Yeah, I mean, here he's great. His grammar was good, his vocabulary was good. A few mistakes, like I studied all the way to go to the UK. Not exactly sure what that means. I studied day and night in order to go to the UK, or I was studying constantly 24/7. Yeah, he speaks very well, and I just think it's a funny story, really. I love it. It's that lack of confidence is very, very common with students, and I get lots of students saying, how can I solve that problem? I'm really not feeling confident. And to them I would say, yeah, just practice, just speak, and pretend to be confident.
Absolutely.
It's the psychological trick. If you pretend to be confident, eventually you will actually become confident.
All right, so thanks so much, Oliver. So let's recap a little bit for the students, shall we? For the audience. So today we talked about some of the idioms that can be very useful. So to have one's nose to the grindstone, and that is used to indicate that you study very hard or you work really hard for something. What's another one?
To rack your brains for something, to think really hard about something. I was racking my brains about where I should go on holiday. I was racking my brains as to what book I should read, or perhaps to brush up on something. Before I came to the studio, I had to brush up on my examination ideas.
Absolutely. And I have one more. To have something go in through one ear, out through the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I do like.
All right, so thanks so much, Oliver, for all of your amazing and very, very fun tips. And of course, we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
All right. So guys, you know, we are always on the show every week, every Saturday. And of course, there's one thing that's our best friend. Guess what that best friend is? And the best friend is basically technology, the iPad, the iPhone, you know, Facebook, YouTube. And that's why we want to make those devices your best friend, because not only are they great study devices, they're also devices for you to share moments with your friends and to share your speaking experiences with us. So make sure you take a video and you send it to us to be featured on the Voice of the Week. And that's a great time, you know, great energy, and also great practice opportunities as well. All right, so make sure you do that. Hey, we've just finished the episode on scholarships, and I enjoyed my conversation so much with Minh Beta, and he said something that I think is really important for myself and for you guys, is that you gotta want something so bad that you're willing and able to do whatever it takes to get you there. So if scholarships is the tool for you to get to your dreams, make sure you invest all of your energy and all of your study good habits to getting that scholarship. And if the Ielts is the tool for you to achieve your scholarship or that dream, make sure you study hard, guys, and stay tuned. Tune in with us every week on Ielts. I'll be waiting to see you there, okay? This time, bye. Ciao, ciao. Oh wait, guys, pause. I think you guys should pause. You know what? Remember what I told Minh Beta? There are at least two people that have gotten scholarships or will get scholarships or have gotten scholarships in the past. Guess who the two people are? Is it producer Đặng? Is it cute Phương Anh, who is really young but has great energy? Is it Ngọc Anh, who is the assistant? This is really the assistant Ngọc Anh, guys. And is it the Ielts god? Or is it the cameraman? Or cameraman? All right, guys, guess away, and I'll see you again next time. All right, let's continue back to our work.